To schedule an appointment using the Caseload feature, the first thing that you should double check is making sure that your hours of operation are set. To do this, you're going to go to Administration, Organizations, look for your organization, click on the orange edit icon to edit it, click on Profile tab, then click on Intake Organization Profile. Click on Edit Organization on the right, and if you scroll down, you'll see a section that says Hours of Operations, where you can see you can put the days of the week and then the start time and end time of each day. There's also a section at the bottom for closures. So for example, if you are always open from Monday to Friday, but there's a particular holiday that you wanted to block off to make sure that appointments are not booked for that time or that day, you would just click on that date. The date would show up under closures, and after saving your changes, no appointments would be able to be scheduled on that date. So after setting your hours of operation, save your changes. If you're a network administrator, you should then submit a support ticket to a support team letting them know that you want to set up Caseload feature for a certain organization. If you're an agency manager, you'll have to contact your network administrator to submit that support ticket on your behalf. You can set your caseload to a certain amount of visits within a certain amount of minutes. So an example, 1 visit every half an hour, or maybe 3 visits every hour that can be scheduled. To see what it looks like to schedule an appointment with the Caseload feature, so you will search for a client's name. I'll do client ID just to make things different. When their name shows up, you would click on it. If the client's profile needs to be reviewed, you would need to go through the process, clicking on Save and Next on each tab until you get to the Services page. If not, you can click on the Services page directly. Click on New Appointment. The household summary box will be shown at the top of the page to give you some information about the household that could be useful, including the household size, number of adults, children, and seniors in the household, the ages of the children if there are any, number of visits in the last 30 days, any social programs that have been checked off under the monthly income tab for any household members, and then any dietary considerations for the household. Under appointment details, there's an appointment finder before the actual pickup date section. So what the appointment finder is going to do is once we select the appointment slot that we want, it'll automatically fill out the pickup date, location, and time for us. So if the person or the client calls and says they'd like to come sometime next week, then I can select between the dates of next week. You can select any organization or just one in particular, and then you'll click on Search. So the drop-down list will show all appointments at all available agencies. As I mentioned, you can narrow it down and filter it by a particular agency, and that's where it will filter. To see the full list, you would click on See More, and you can see the full availability of the entire week for every agency. In this case, you can go to several pages to pick one. And then you would just select the one that is going to be chosen. So the appointment finder has been used, so it disappears, and then we have the pickup date, location, and time already filled out. The status is defaulted to pending. There are other statuses available. It's a fixed list and not all statuses have to be used. So the pending means that it's just been scheduled. This means if I were to schedule another appointment on the 16th of August at 11:30 a.m., a notification would show up warning me, which will show in a couple minutes, but you can still schedule over that as well. So in the status is available, there's also packed. That's used for any organizations if you do need a packing list, which is a separate part of the system. The packing list, if used, you can put together a list ahead of time for if you have packers or individuals who pack the food for clients. Shipped is a status saying that the food provided is being delivered. Collected is the only status that will make this appointment count as a visit. Not collected means they did not come to get the food. Rescheduled means they didn't come, but they at least called to reschedule. Some food banks just change the pickup date to the rescheduled date. Some save this appointment as rescheduled and then create another one. And then there's canceled where the client called to cancel, sorry. So I'll save this as pending. What were the reasons for this visit? So select any that apply. By default, all the members of the household will be checked off. Food provided. There's also an items provided section that can be made available. And then there are referrals, any organizations or services that you referred the client to. Any notes about this particular visit that you feel other users may find useful? By marking this note as an alert, it will show up at the top of the page, just like this one, so other users can see. If I mark it as private, only other users from this organization I'm logged into can see it. I can also select both. So the appointment has been saved. Here it is, pending and scheduled.